Hi everyone. If you're watching this video, that means you have clicked on the tab for the writing process, the rhetorical situation in the week 1 module. I won't always have an introductory video for every lesson that's covered in the weekly modules, but since this is week 1, I wanted to make sure that you understood how to get through this particular lesson because there is a graded exercise involved. It's the first one that you've done that's not a quiz. So when you click on the writing process, the rhetorical situation, and after you've watched this video, you'll see that there are 3 sub-tabs underneath it. The first one is a graded exercise. It's called BookWarExplanation. The second sub-tab is a PowerPoint that goes over the rhetorical situation. And the third sub-tab is the video lesson. So that is where I'll be going into more detail about the material covered in the PowerPoint, but I wanted this introductory video to explain how to go about doing the book war exercise. That'll be the first thing that you do when you get to this lesson. So once you open up the tab and you finish watching this video, that first sub-tab, when you click on it, book war exercise, it directs you to the assignment section. So you'll click on Go to Assignment. When you do that, you will see book war exercise open up for you. You'll see the instructions and the questions that you're supposed to answer, right? So if you read it, it says you will find an essay attached to this exercise, Book War by Wang Ping. What I mean by that is if you keep scrolling down underneath the submission requirements, you'll see the due date, and then there's a section for attachments. There's 2 items attached to this assignment. The first item says Book War Essay. That is the essay you're going to need to read in order to complete the exercise. The other item is just a copy, a handout of the exercise with the questions that are already listed above. I always provide that in case students want to print it out and work on it, at a later time, something like that. But what you really need to make sure that you download and read is the essay, Book War Essay. So that's what I'm talking about in those instructions when it says you'll find an essay attached to the exercise. It's down there at the bottom. You're going to read that essay. You can read it off the screen or you can print it off, whatever you're most comfortable with. But once you've read the essay, you'll see that there are 7 questions that I've asked you about the essay. You are going to type those answers in a Word document, right? Once you've typed them up, you'll save it to your computer. And then if you keep scrolling all the way to the bottom, where you'll see the section, it's right underneath the attachments. It says Submit Assignment, right? And it says Files to Submit. You'll see a link there. It says after uploading, you must click Submit to complete the submission. So the first tab or the first button underneath that says Add a File. You'll click on that. It'll ask you to browse for the file you want to attach. You'll find the assignment that you just completed and saved to your computer, and you'll double click that and it will attach it to this assignment. But you're not finished at that point. You have to make sure that you go all the way down to the bottom and the blue link down on the left-hand side says Submit. You want to make sure you click that so that you actually submit the assignment. Otherwise, it's just going to cancel it out and as if you never did it. I mean, you'll still have it saved to your computer. It just won't be submitted for me to grade. So that is what I'm asking you to do for this first graded exercise. So I wanted to just give you a verbal explanation of it since this was the first one that we're completing in class. The pre-course assessment was a little different. It's a quiz. It's a little easier to figure out what's expected of you and how to complete it. So I wanted to give you some detailed instructions on how to go about doing the book war exercise. If you have any trouble with it or any questions about it, let me know and I will help you out. And once you have completed that exercise and submitted it, then you'll want to go on to the next sub-tab under the writing process, the rhetorical situation. So the second sub-tab is a PowerPoint. You'll want to go through that. And then the third sub-tab again is a video lesson where I will explain in more detail, go over the material that was in the PowerPoint and discuss this essay a little bit. So if you have any questions about anything, let me know. Otherwise, you'll see me again when you get to the video lesson.